And I'm the serene Azurine.
And we're going to be talking to you about some famous actors who passed away and the roles that they've played. First of all, Dolly Parton, very big name in Hollywood and the country music world. We've not seen any of her movies, so don't really know what to say about them. But 9 to 5, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Frank McCluskey, PI. Shoot. Excuse me.
Technical difficulties. Rhinestone.
Rhinestone with Sylvester Stallone. She's trying to get him to do things. It's kind of funny. Yeah, here we go. She's bet everything, and we mean everything, that she can turn this New York cabbie into an overnight sensation. He has other things in mind, but he's never had a trainer like this one. Such a weird idea for a movie, right?
Yeah, they were trying to find anything. I feel like they really grasped me at straws. It's not like nowadays where everything's based on an existing property.
And then you got Steel Magnolias, which is probably, other than 9 to 5, one of her most famous things here.
This is listed as Chrome Dome's favorite movie and the Ninja Turtles tech spec.
I am definitely curious about this one. This is one that I would want to check out. But yeah, and then Straight Talk. Just think it's kind of funny. It looks like a Halloween movie. Just says dreams do come true sometimes. And yeah, the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas is one of those famous. Oh hey, it's a porno movie. It's like, no, it's not. It's a musical.
Yeah,
it's about a burlesque house, so it is at least about an adult nature, but it's a musical. But yeah, Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton, apparently real big movie, rated R though, so it's at least that's going for it. But yeah, then there's Joyful Noise, which came out in 2012, most recent project here. Know nothing about any of these, by the way. Yeah, 9 to 5, The Power Behind the Throne, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and Dolly Parton.
Hey, is that Major Dad?
Dabney Coleman?
I actually don't know. That's
Dabney Coleman. Anyhow, yeah, so that was probably what really got her start in 1980 as far as being well known for movies. But anyhow, this is going to be a different ranking video than the normal, so this D is just for D for Dolly. And then Hayden Panettiere.
I couldn't change that to an H?
No, I wish there was a way to change these things. The program we're using, thanks to Tad Mazeltov, thank you, Tad.
Tad is wonderful.
Does not, as far as I can figure, does not have a way to customize the letters on here. But her voice roles where she was Dot on A Bug's Life, Suri in Dinosaur, Disney's Dinosaur, Kyrie in Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2, and the Fairy Princess Willow in Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King, Kate in Alpha and Omega, Shion in Kingdom Hearts 3 Dream Drop Distance, and Samantha in Until Dawn, which was basically modeled after her. She apparently also filmed extra scenes for her character for the recent remake of it. But yeah, sadly, she passed away recently.
She was also the cheerleader.
Yes, she was the cheerleader in Heroes.
Yeah.
But not a voice role. These are all voices.
Here. Oh, yeah.
But
she used her voice in the role, I think.
Very very true. But anyway, you can say that's the cheerleader then. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
But anyhow, the two major ones we wanted to talk about are Peter Cullen and Tim Curry. Peter Cullen we got here first. So yeah, C for Cullen. We have Carr from Knight Rider. Yes. I did not watch Knight Rider.
I love
but Karr apparently is an acronym.
Yes, it's always an acronym. I forgot. It's like Knight something roving robot. It's something like, it's been a while, a long while since I've seen it. He was created, I believe, as the prototype of Knight Industries car, and then
Knight Automated Roving Robot.
There you go. And he ended up becoming like self-aware and became evil. And then Kit was the perfected version, but Carr comes about and they fight. They're basically the same car with different decos, slightly different decos. And yeah.
Next we have is Avenger from Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah,
cartoon
yeah, I watched a few episodes of this, but I did
back
not
in the
watch it
day.
yet. No, I actually
No?
watched it when they re-aired it. They brought
Oh,
it back to the Fox
wild.
to fill in like their animation block that they were doing
Okay.
at the time. I watched a little bit of it, but it wasn't for me, the show.
Okay.
It didn't really have robots in it.
Next, we have Mario from Donkey Kong in Saturday Supercade, one of the earliest depictions of Mario.
Yeah.
Not the earliest, apparently. He's been voiced in other things prior to this, but Peter Cullen, one of the
Yeah.
earliest Mario
Yeah.
voices. Who knew?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah. Who knows I don't know who this Mario guy is, but
Next, we have Murky Dismal from Rainbow Bright, also
yeah.
in Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer movie.
Yeah, I actually watched the movie a couple of times. I don't really remember it very well because I had a child brain.
Quiet, you banana nose! That was my impression of
I
it.
like it. It sounds like Cobra Commander. I like it.
Oh.
But yeah,
But yeah,
I don't
I never
remember.
watched the show, but I did grow up watching the movie. Somehow my mom let me see it, even though it was based off of a girl's cartoon and toy line. But anyhow, next is his most iconic role of all time, Optimus Prime.
Hmm.
If you've seen Optimus Prime in anything, it's probably been voiced by him.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
some of the
I
most
I
recent
didn't
stuff,
I
is it?
didn't feel like including all the dozen other
There's
animated
a lot.
versions of him, but
There's a lot.
if he's animated and it's Optimus Prime, I'm pretty sure it's always been him.
Yeah,
Um,
frequently. Yes, usually. Almost always. But there are some exceptions, some projects. And I should also note that Transformers, my one true love. The furry fandom's great. Don't get me wrong, but it's no Transformers. Yeah, but oh, who is this? This was me a long time ago. You could see my feathers were still bright back then. But yeah, this was at BotCon. Gosh, 2005 or it was 2005 or 2006. I forgot the number. I just got this. But we weren't supposed to have pictures taken. This was obviously for autograph signing. I wasn't supposed to get it. They said no pictures with the guy, but my buddy like didn't care, and he's like, "Hey." And I look up, and I looked up, and he
oh,
snapped a picture. And Peter actually posed for it, even though he knew like we weren't really supposed to get big,
his
but he
water
did it
bottles in
anyway.
the way of his
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's in front of the that's Makotron's artwork. But yeah, he signed that, and the box is the commemorative series Optimus Prime, which was the first one
And did you
I
have him
actually
autograph
owned.
that?
Yep, I
Ah,
did it. That's in my closet back in my mom's place.
oh,
I
still there?
actually, yeah, I
Okay.
still have both of these. The picture I thought I brought with me, but it might still be in my old bedroom.
But anyhow, just figured we'd bring that up there. Next, we have Ironhide, which was also in the
Yes.
Transformers series.
Uh,
I'm not sure how many. I don't think he ever played him outside of the original series in the movie,
Yeah,
the
Ironhide
Transformers
wasn't
movie,
really reused a lot. Yeah, and he was only ever voiced by Optimus. Anytime they
by
used
Peter
him,
Cullen.
yeah, he was only voiced by Peter Cullen uh in the original show. After that, any other time it's a different voice
Oh, okay.
actor.
That's why I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Again. Okay, so he does make more appearances, but not
Yeah.
voiced by Cullen.
Yep.
All right, next we have
Slug
Slug
Slinger.
Slinger.
Yeah, he was a Decepticon Target Master. He was introduced in the three-part rebirth, the three-part final season 4. He also did the voice of I believe it was Nightstick, I think Cyclonus's Target Master partner.
Was
Uh,
it common for a voice actor to do good guys and bad guys? Or
in
Autobots and
Transformers,
Decepticons?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if they did multiple voices, it wasn't always the case, but it was frequently the case that there was some Autobots.
And now Streetwise.
And I had always thought Streetwise was voiced by Welker, but I guess that might have been actually, now that I think about it, that would have been Groove, the other Protectobot. One of the four.
I
There's 5 of them.
believe they were very good friends, and they actually had like, or maybe I'm thinking of a different video. Anyway,
They had done each
I'm sure
other's
they're
voices
friends.
at cons too. Like
Okay, yeah.
they're like, "Hey, what would they would jokingly voice the other guy's iconic character."
But at the very least, I feel like a lot of the voice actors from the '80s and earlier were like a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of them were friends
Oh
and
yeah.
would give the roles to somebody else if they thought they could do a
Oh
better
yeah,
job.
absolutely. They were all. It was more tight knit. Nowadays, they all kind of come in and record their lines
Yeah.
on their own. They're alone in the room. But back in the '80s, they used to. It was the norm that you would all be in one room
Mm,
together. Not always, but you
frequently.
frequently. they're in the room together reading lines together, and they
And
could play off each
and
other.
lastly, for the original series run,
Trypticon.
Tripticon.
Yeah, he was in quite a few episodes.
They're a Decepticon.
Yep, they're a
They're the
Decepticon.
giant combiner.
They transform into no, they're a base.
Oh, they're a base.
Yeah, they are a
Okay,
giant base.
I bet.
They're kind of like a kaiju. Like that's the whole thing. They're
Okay.
modeled loosely after like a T-Rex or
Hmm.
Godzilla.
But anyhow, a little out of order here, but also I thought worth
Yeah, the
including
live
the live
action.
action Optimus Prime is also voiced by Peter Cullen.
Yeah, like that was a fan thing. Like they really pressured.
Oh, really?
They really. It was Michael Bay was gonna get somebody different, and the fans were like, it has to be Prime and or Peter and Frank Welker, and he didn't want to use them, and he relented and eventually got Prime and or Peter Cullen in there. And then Frank Welker eventually picked up the voice role of Galvatron and Megatron in
Oh,
the
really? Okay.
after the second movie because was it Hugo Weaving didn't
Yeah.
typically like to do more than one movie,
Yeah, I'd
but
heard
he
about
did
that.
two for Transformers.
He was definitely in more than one Matrix, though, so he made an exception for that for the
Yes,
Wachowskis,
he did. He
evidently.
did make some exceptions, yes,
But
but
anyhow,
otherwise,
believe
yeah,
it or not, he was the sound of the original Predator.
yeah, the Yautja.
The Predator in the first Predator movie, the sounds made by the Predator were Peter
Yeah,
Cullen.
yeah. I
Apparently,
think he revealed it at a convention one year. A lot of fans were like, "Oh my gosh, that was him!"
yeah.
Like it
I
was.
would never have figured it if I hadn't
Yeah,
seen it myself on
yeah.
the
I
website.
was sitting in the
Um,
room when that happened.
and in the room where it happened, in the
Well,
room
where
where
he was talking about recording
uh,
the line and no one, he was talking about how he recorded it. And like, I don't think any fans knew at the time that it was him
yeah,
because I don't think there was a credit for it.
yeah. Anyhow, the other major character he's played is Eeyore. Starting in the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, he started playing Eeyore,
Yeah.
and he was him from then on until like pretty recently, as far as I
Yeah.
can tell. Maybe he was replaced at some point, but for most of our childhoods, if you heard Eeyore's voice, you probably heard Peter
Yeah. I
Cullen.
loved He was my favorite character in the show. My dad used to do an imitation of him for me.
Well, there, Winnie the Pooh. It's me, Eeyore. What
Okay,
are you
pretty good.
gonna do?
All right.
Anyhow, and most recently, thankfully, I think his character's probably concluded his storyline, but
Yeah.
the great Thetis in Invincible.
Yeah. I saw
Uh,
a Google
he
article that
he's
used the wrong image for him.
he is pretty much just Optimus Prime in human form.
Yes. Yeah.
He pretty much it's the same exact voice as Optimus Prime, but he's a really buff, old bearded dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was great in that show. I think he brought a lot of gravitas to Invincible.
Indeed.
I'm gonna miss his character, miss him and his character for that matter. Now I was unaware that Hagar the Horrible had an animated series or
Yeah,
a
same.
cartoon,
I was
but
completely unaware until just now.
yeah, Hagar the Horrible, Hagar Knows Best is apparently the name of the show. But yeah, uh, grew up reading the Hagar the Horrible comic strip in the newspaper. But yeah, next we have Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, from Spider-Man and
From
His Amazing
yeah,
Friends. He had another show, a standalone show that I guess he didn't voice him in that for, but I loved.
and he
Oh
was also
yeah,
Red
Red
Skull in that
Skull.
as well.
I loved this early version of the Hulk. Weird that he had green hair too, but I I loved it. The Hulk was my back then my favorite character.
Yeah, like I definitely latched onto the Hulk. Hey,
Yes.
fellow green guy, you know.
Yeah.
Next we have Corin in
Koran.
Koran, excuse me, on
Yeah,
Voltron.
he was also, like to specify, also the narrator for the show.
Okay.
Well, during the intro, and he also voiced the princess's dad, the King Alfor.
Yes.
But yes, iconic role. He was replaced by, the guy from he was the AI guy that introduced the people in what was it, the Jumanji, the later Jumanji movies. He was
Oh,
like the tour
Reese
guy.
Darby.
That's it. He voiced Karan in the Netflix. But anyhow,
Oh,
you can-
okay, in the Netflix. Okay.
yeah,
Next we have Xander from GI Joe.
yeah. He was one of the oh
Was he
man.
Cobra?
No, no,
He was a Joe?
no. It was
Third party.
the Dreadnoughts.
Oh.
It was a Dreadnoughts. They were like a third party. They were bad guys.
Oh, okay.
But they were a third party, and one of the characters actually had a crush on one of the GI Joe guys. But But yes, they were basically a third party, but usually worked on the side of Cobra.
And the last cartoon character we have here is Eddie Spencer Jr. from Filmation's Ghostbusters.
Yes, he is the son of one of the original Filmation
One
Ghostbuster
of the
characters.
weirdest things to me ever is finding out that there was another Ghostbusters that had nothing to do with catching busting ghosts in New York City.
Yes, this
Filmation had apparently had a series about two guys and a gorilla
yep was a live
solving
action.
mysteries. Were they
Yeah,
like
yeah,
mystery solvers?
they had ghosty adventures in
But
there.
yeah, they were a live action show, and then I think to piggyback off of the real Ghostbusters, they made a cartoon. Am I remembering
They
right?
apparently had like I guess when they heard rumbling about the movie and stuff, they made this show. And it actually I think they were working on it around the same time as the real Ghostbusters, and it was
Was this show one of those like really short-lived single season
yeah, it had like
shows?
I think two
Oh,
seasons.
two.
It
Okay.
focused on legacy characters, trying to save the characters from the old shows, well, at least some of the
Yeah.
characters. And it actually recycled character designs from other cartoons that
Oh,
Filmation
really?
used.
Weird.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was weird, and there was lawsuits and
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
Yeah,
And lastly, to mention for Peter Cullen, he was the voice of the narrator for IGPX and Toonami broadcasts.
yeah,
If you watch any of the old Toonami trailer or ad bumpers or whatever, you would hear Peter Cullen's voice as he announced the next new anime coming to Toonami.
yeah. Yeah, he also did a lot of old movie trailers, like
Oh
from
yeah,
the randomly in the 80s and 90s. He wasn't the only voice. There is like an epic movie guy.
yeah,
Before was it John Bailey?
yeah.
And but he did them every now and then. I remember he did a trailer for Escape from LA
Oh
where he
wow.
like dubbed over like they had him repeat some of the lines that one of the characters said. So I thought Peter Cullen was actually in the movie.
Oh
And then when I
wow.
got
Okay.
there, a different character said the exact lines. I'm like, that's not Peter Cullen.
In a world. In a world. It's like what? Peter Cullen? No, I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyway,
Something like that.
so yeah, I unfortunately did not put these in the proper order. So these are like all
It's
out
fine.
of the voice roles I did put in order. But these movies here, we got the Wild Thornberrys movie. He was Nigel Thornberry.
Yeah.
Valiant. He played a the villain in that movie. We got oh, I should pull up the thing here. Movies. There we go. Say Valiant. Where was it? Mucha Lucha. There we go. Mucha Lucha: The Return of El Malefico. He was the main villain in that. A Christmas Carol,
So,
1997.
is this
He
the one
was
we watched?
Ebenezer Scrooge. Do not believe we've seen this one yet. I think I own it.
There's like 8 million
I know.
Christmas
I
Carol
love A Christmas
movies.
Carol, and it's pretty amazing that he got to be Ebenezer Scrooge in one. But yeah, then he was in the direct-to-video Adam's Family Reunion as Gomez. I think, yeah, we go. You can see him there.
He actually makes a decent looking Gomez.
Right. Like everybody else, like other than Lurch, I think Morticia looks
Yeah,
okay.
I think they all look, you could tell who they are.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that's the set the dressing
Yeah.
kind of thing. Um, yeah, there's the Christmas Carol one and Mucha Lucha. There you go. But yeah, then apparently he was in Annie. Have
Yeah.
not seen Annie, but yeah, there he is right
Yeah,
there.
I've seen Annie, but it was a very long time ago. But I
Yeah,
think
it's
I
from
actually,
1982.
yeah, I think I actually remember a decent amount of it.
And then we've got Beauty and the Beast, the Enchanted Christmas, where he voiced Forte, the pipe organ.
Mhm.
He's the villain in that one. Next, of course, Clue, where he was the butler,
I think that's for a lot of people that
Wadsworth.
have a passing familiarity. This is probably this is definitely one of his most memorable roles.
Yes. This was from
Not
1985.
the most, but
Kind of
definitely one of the
kind of wild.
most.
It's only a year older than me. But yeah, next we have a Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, where he played Hexus. A magical rainforest is threatened when human destruction releases an ancient force of pollution known as Hexus. As the forest begins to suffer, its inhabitants must fight to stop him from spreading further. Curry voices Hexus with a smooth, almost seductive menace, turning a cloud of toxic smoke into one of the most memorable animated villains of the era, and proving that his voice alone could completely own a character. But yeah, I was trying to find a picture, like the actual uh, VHS case of Fern Gully. Hexus just looks like a cloud monster. He does
Mm.
not look like his character at all. It's very bizarre. I feel like they changed the design after they made the poster. But yeah, next is Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties, where he played the king cat that Garfield switches places with. Basically, it's Prince and the Pauper,
Yeah.
but with Garfield. And yeah, for some reason, Tim Curry voices the decidedly nothing sounding like Bill Murray. But yeah, there you go. And then again, he's not on the cover, so I pulled up this picture. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. He's up past his bedtime in the city that never sleeps. Instead of flying to Florida with his folks, Kevin ends up alone in New York, where he gets a hotel room with his dad's credit card, despite problems from the clerk, meddling bellboy. But when Kevin runs into his old nemesis, the wet bandits, he's determined to foil their plans to rob a toy store on Christmas Eve. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you hadn't seen Clue, this is probably where you knew Tim Curry from growing up, as far as live action
Yeah,
roles.
if you were like of our age, because like I
Yeah.
definitely would not have seen his probably absolute most famous role of all. But yeah, I remember going to see Home Alone 2 and discovering that there was
Is
a new line of Transformers out.
is this the most famous role?
No, it's high up there, but no.
This is one of the few movies, or technically a TV miniseries,
Yes.
that I somehow saw as a kid that terrified me.
Yes,
Like
I was terrified as
I
a
was
kid.
scared
Almost every
of any time I saw like a sewer grate kind of thing,
Mm.
like the little thing that the sailboat goes
Yeah,
down and
I
all
still
that.
think about that if I
Like
ever managed to notice that.
those things, like that freaked me out. And thankfully, I didn't get any colorophobia from watching this. Again, I do not know how I was watching this. It came out in 1990, so I was 4 years old when it came out. So
Yeah.
it would have been like 5 or 6 maybe when it was on
Yeah.
broadcast TV.
I enjoyed it. I
So
watched
yeah,
it
do
over and
not know
over
why I
again.
saw that.
Yeah, I was always mostly scared by the part where the kids are like biking away and
Now
like,
this next one,
yes, I
Legend.
used to love this.
I own this on DVD somewhere. I need to watch
I don't know why
this.
we haven't watched it yet.
But yeah, Tom Cruise
Yep.
and Mia Sarah. I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with there, but yeah, he was Darkness, basically Satan. He's
He
the
has some
giant guy in the background of this picture
yeah.
here,
He had some amazing makeup in that movie.
and
So
not a
good.
movie, but definitely one of his big performances for us. Dale the
Yes.
Whale on Monk.
Yeah, Dale Biterbeck is his actual name,
He
but
is an extremely obese man who is totally bedridden, and somehow it seems that he has committed a murder outside of his
how?
establishment.
How?
Yes.
It is way more. Every time this character reappeared, he was played by a different person. But
His very first appearance
Tim
was
Curry,
as Tim Curry.
it's welded into my brain that Dale Biterbeck or Dale the Whale is Tim Curry.
All right, next we have a Muppet Treasure Island.
Yeah, we watched a little clip of this
Yeah,
earlier.
he is Long John Silver. Uh,
Wonderful.
he has been said to have him and well, I can't think of his name. The guy who played the butler, Alfred, in the Dark Knight movies.
Oh, it's not Gary Oldman, is it?
No. That's Commissioner Gordon you're thinking of there. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
know why he's not coming to me, but yeah,
Kane,
yeah,
Michael
Michael
Caine.
Caine. So yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Caine and Tim Curry are two of the actors who I feel best encapsulated acting alongside the Muppets and just treating the Muppets like they're other actors and not just being like I am just doing this for a paycheck and to
Yeah.
give my kids something they can
Yeah,
watch with me in it
he
kind of
used to do
deal.
stage performances, so he is
Oh
like
yeah, like you
he's
got to start doing the
yeah,
stage.
yeah. And
Um,
he took the work very seriously, and every role it never felt like he was selling it short.
and then one that I was unfamiliar with, Oliver Twist. He was Oh, who did I
What a
say?
twist.
He was Bill Fagan, I think
Please, sir,
think
may
I'm
I
remembering
have
that right.
another?
But yeah, apparently George C. Scott was in this. I think that's him right there. He was a guy famous for playing Ebenezer Scrooge as well.
Mm.
Yeah, Tim Curry. Don't really recognize any of these other names, but yeah, Richard Charles apparently was this kid. But anyhow, yeah. So Oliver Twist from what year did it say? 1982. Apparently, it's another TV movie. Uh, then here we got we got the documentary Pennywise, the story of it. It's such a great piece of artwork. Look at
He
how
is. This
detailed
is
this
amazing.
is. I'm presuming these are all the different visages he appeared toward to the
Yeah.
Losers Club as. Yeah, obviously, this is what is it, Georgie? I think
Yeah.
right. But anyhow, very great artwork. I still need to see that. It's on my list of movies to watch. Uh, then we have the Rugrats Go Wild, where he reprised his role of Nigel Thornberry. Then, of course, one that I definitely saw in theaters, Scary Movie 2. Pardon the crude picture for it, but none of the posters have him on the cover. So I threw together a collage, or found a collage and altered it to have one more picture of him in there. These are all him from the movie. But yeah, basically is kind of a combination of one of the movies we recently just watched, The House on Haunted Hill,
Oh, yeah.
where a rich mogul brings a bunch of people to test their ability to stay in a haunted mansion there, uh, and he's trying to basically
Yeah,
get
yeah.
info on
Okay.
people's fear response. And then we got two Scooby Doo movies. Funny enough, he was in Scooby Doo and the Goblin King and Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Uh-huh.
And then one of the last ones here, we got Strange Journey, uh, the story of Rocky Horror, another one on the list of movies to watch, but there's another documentary about the making of. This was Rocky Horror Picture Show is actually his first movie,
Yes, I would say
1975.
I would absolutely say this is his most iconic
Yes,
role. I
that is
think
fair.
everybody
Um,
who know, even if you haven't seen it, you know that he was in it.
so yeah, he actually was in the stage production of the Rocky Horror Show, and when they decided to make it into a theatrical movie, I don't remember who it was, but the powers that be insisted they get him to play Dr. Frankenfurter.
Mhm.
He was also in The Cat Returns as the Cat King. I want to say was the name. Where is he? Yeah, the Cat King, which we'll talk about in a minute here. And The Pebble and the Penguin, where he played the villain in that as well. So two different bird movies where he played the villain.
Birds. I
Uh,
like birds.
and he was Cardinal Richelieu in the Three Musketeers movie. So yeah, Charlie Sheen as Aramis, Keith Sutherland as Arthos, Chris O'Donnell as D'Artagnan, Oliver Platt as Porthos, Tim Curry as Richelieu, and Rebecca De Mornay as Milady. A Place of Betrayal, The Fate of a King, A Time for Heroes. Three Musketeers, all for one and one for all. But anyhow, now we're getting to specifically his voice roles here. His first major voice role was as Captain James Hook in Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates.
Yeah, I used to watch the show. I don't know
Yeah,
why, because it wasn't really up my alley, but I think it's just because it was a cartoon to
yeah.
watch.
I do not really remember this show well, but it's definitely one where I feel like there's a certain group of people who probably remember this show fondly from their childhood. Next we have is Thaddeus E. Clang from Tailspin. Only in one episode, as far as I'm aware,
Yeah,
but
way towards the end too.
the what is it? Disney Laconic? I forget the name of it. It was this new card game that came out in the previous few years. He was prominently featured on a card, and I think a lot of people
Yeah.
realized that this was the character.
Yeah, he is
Um,
very much like I always thought he was
he's a snake with a metal jaw
yeah, and a knot in
and
his
clothes.
tail. Yeah, it's revealed at the end of his only episode that he has a knot in his tail,
Ah.
just like Ka in the Jungle
And
Book.
next we have Mal from Captain Planet and the Planeteers. I want to say he got replaced in the later seasons, but he's definitely the voice of Mal to me. Dr. Blythe's AI companion.
Mhm,
He was definitely a fairly unique character in a time where AI was not a very big thing and that
mhm.
kids would necessarily know about. So it was very, very cool that he got to play that role. Then we got Taurus Bulba on Darkwing Duck. He is basically a Bond villain in Darkwing there. And then, of course, Hexus, which mentioned earlier from Ferngully, The Last Rainforest. And we have Jacques Lebeef in Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. That is definitely one that I wish I had watched growing up.
Yeah.
I actually had a bubble bath
Oh.
thing with the main
Yeah,
cowboy
I
guy
tried to
on
get
there.
into it, but I wasn't crazy about the show, but it had a great intro. It's one of those
Yes.
intros that doesn't deliver
Oh
on
yeah.
what
Yeah.
follows, but I had a
And
crossover with Ninja Turtles once.
yeah. Also, apparently he was King Acorn in Sonic the Hedgehog Sat-Am,
Mhm.
which I had no idea. I don't know how much I actually watched of that show. I watched Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Then he was a Maelstrom on Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego. The character apparently got reused in the Netflix, I want to say, series. Not obviously not voiced by Tim Curry in that one, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool that they brought a legacy character from this animated series, original series back. But next we have King Chicken Wok 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 from Duckman,
Why
Private Dick
why
Family
why wouldn't he be
Man.
a rooster? Why would he be a chicken?
I don't I don't know, but he's king.
Chi-
His name is King Chicken.
Chickens aren't typically male.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that is a genuinely good question.
I'm a
But
chicken.
but also but also Duckman was a very weird show that didn't
Yes.
really subscribe to being to the norms of things. He was very several characters on Our Real Monsters, but probably the biggest character would be Zimbo, the Grumble's henchman there.
Mhm.
The Zorch, Zorch. I want to say
Okay.
that was his name, but yeah, basically the big monster guy that the Grumble had to enforce his rule. Zimbo is the little fly guy that perched on his shoulder and was the only
Oh,
one that
oh,
talked,
okay.
really. Next, we have Drake from Pebble and the Penguin, previously mentioned villain of that movie. Then we have Pretorius from the Mask the Animated Series. I love that show. He was great in that. He eventually ended up, or either eventually or always, he had a spider body underneath his head.
Mhm.
That he
Yeah, I
had
think
basically
always.
like these little
Yeah.
robot legs that are with a spider form. Anyhow, only a one shot character, but if you've looked into Freakazoid, he was Doctor Mystico on Freakazoid. Very much just Tim Curry's like standard role there. Next we have how did we decide to say this guy's name?
Dragonis.
Lord Dragonis from Mighty Ducks, the animated series. I never watched Mighty Ducks, but I get the feeling that there's probably a large group of people who remember that show
Yeah,
fondly.
I liked it.
Uh,
I liked what I'd seen of it.
then we have Dr. Anton Savarius on Gargoyles. That was
Yes.
very cool getting to see him when rewatching this series
Yeah.
recently. Trader Slick on Jumanji, the animated series. He is one of the few characters that they basically invented for the cartoon show.
Mhm.
Definitely not anybody we ever saw in the movie. The aforementioned Ebenezer Scrooge from 1997's Christmas Carol. Forte from Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. Next we have Mutro Brotha from Batman Beyond. He was in the Curare episode,
Oh.
the assassin who did not speak. Next, we have Ben Ravencroft from Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Then Professor Finbar Calamitous on Adventures of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. The Cat King from The Cat Returns. Definitely a Studio Ghibli movie that I need to see. Don't know how I've not seen it by now. Nigel Thornberry from The Wild Thornberries. El Malefico from Mucha Lucha, The Return of El Malefico. Obviously, you can see he is definitely a villain in that. The aforementioned Prince from Garfield Tale of Two Kitties. The Goblin King from Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. And Doviculus. This is one you are probably more familiar
Yeah.
with than I am, from Brutal Legend.
Yes, indeed. Really cool monster design. The main baddie of the
Mm,
game. Well, he's the final boss anyway.
yes. Then we have G. Gordon Godfrey from Young Justice. Pretty much
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson, but with G's.
Yeah, it basically, but in modern comparisons, he was Bill O'Reilly.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's true. But
he ran a
definitely the
cable.
name is J. Jonah
Oh yeah,
Jameson
100%,
inspired.
100%. It is J. Jonah Jameson
But
inspired, but
was
his
his whole shtick just hating on the Young Justice crew?
yes, that was his entire shtick. He was a guy that would just do frequent report, basically J. Jonah Jameson, but
Mixed with Bill O'Reilly.
mixed with Bill O'Reilly, who was relevant at the time.
Yes.
He's thankfully, well, you know what? I'm going to leave that
Yes.
there. I'll leave it there.
And the last two we have the Sorcerer from Randy Cunningham, Ninth Grade Ninja. I know some people like to poo-poo on this show. I really like this show. It was a fun little series about a kid who basically had a secret identity where he could turn into a ninja to fight bad guys.
Weird.
And lastly, Auntie Whispers from Over the Garden Wall. Definitely
Yeah.
a very weird character, considering I'm fairly certain they're female, or at least female presenting. But anyhow, there you go. Those are all the major voice roles. There's several others I could have included,
yeah, there's
but
so
these are the
many.
ones that stuck out to me as being worthy of mentioning here.
Yeah.
Something that if you saw this, you'd recognize these characters.
I could go on and on about Peter Cullen. Like,
Oh yeah,
there's so many roles we left out just because there's so many. He did like 1,000 different GoBots. I'm kidding. It's like 10 different GoBots. There's a whole bunch of other shows. Savage Dragon. There's just so many things. We just couldn't name it all on. It would just take forever. Oh, Dolly Parton did some voice roles.
yeah. She didn't do many, but
She did. She did a character in The Simpsons.
I'll
I don't know
throw
if
it
you're
over
familiar.
here.
Named Dolly Parton.
But yeah, she voiced
Alright.
herself on The Simpsons. She was Katrina Eloise Murphy and Dolly Gnome on Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The guy that did. Oh no.
I would have
don't-
included those, but it's like one is just herself, one is probably just a small cameo.
Let's not forget her the cake that they rebranded with her name, like Dolly Parton's. What was it? It's a Betty Crocker cake or something, and it had Dolly's picture on it, which I thought was cool. But it was also a flavor that had existed before her name was slapped on it. But yeah, there's just so many different roles we can mention for all of them. I could go on about how I remember a lot. Oh my gosh, there's just so many. Um,
I mean, did you want to mention these guys?
yeah. Oh
There's
yeah,
your
it was
Challenger
yeah,
GoBots.
it was indeed Nightstick. They did the voice up from he was Cyclonus's target master partner. Challenge of the GoBots, he did a bunch of characters, but like Tank was one that was probably he used more spoiler. Pincher. Oh, Pincher was in quite a few. Uh, then there robotics, a little short-lived. It was basically a movie that was chopped up in a bunch of little episodes. Sectars, whole bunch of 80s cartoons. Superpowers team. Oh gosh. Rainbow Bright. Oh, he did a Sky Dancer in Rainbow Bright.
Yeah, he was. That was the horse, and
Oh,
that was in the movie specifically.
I like how he's credited again for Battle of the Rock Lords, the 80s. I actually started watching that. I never saw it.
That was a movie.
Start to finish. Yeah, it was supposed to be in theater. It only had a super limited run in theaters, and I watched the first couple of minutes of it, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get to this later. And then that was like 10 years ago. But yeah, oh, so many characters: Real Ghostbusters, Pound Puppies, My Little Pony, Rambo, and the Forces of Freedom. Oh,
He was in a couple episodes of Muppet.
Yeah.
He was a couple characters of Muppet Babies.
Dragon's Lair.
He was
Gremlins.
in Monchi Cheese.
Yeah.
The Pac-Man 1982 cartoon. Something called Mighty Man and Yuck. He played Mighty Man. Crazy Claus. He played Bristletootth.
It's just there's just
yeah. Just
There's so many.
way too
Oh,
many things.
he was a King Kong in a King Kong movie,
He played something called Jupiter
1976.
Juggernaut in 1962's Jetsons.
Yeah, he's some wrestler in the future. Well, our
Oh,
future.
apparently there's a Rainbow Bright cereal. He voiced Murky in the commercial for that.
Yeah, there's many roles. Did even there's even more Transformer stuff. Oh gosh, yeah, DuckTales. He was but anyhow, we gotta like oh Visionaries. Oh my gosh, he was in Visionaries. Yes, I remember Visionaries. Oh, he did a character in Ninja Turtles too. Yeah. Okay, like I said, we could just keep going on and on. I can anyway. Oh my gosh, gonna miss him.
Yeah,
Gonna miss all these guys.
all these people have made a lasting legacy in our childhoods and stuff. But yeah, hopefully you like this different kind of video. We didn't really rank any of these,
Yeah,
uh, but yeah, just felt like we had to mention such big parts of our childhoods and our lives. Really, I mean,
yeah,
uh, a lot of these go beyond our childhood. Obviously, as we mentioned, Dolly Parton, as much as she's such a prolific person, not anybody that we've really like looked at
yeah,
beyond like her cameos and
yeah.
such. Being on the
I
Orville was probably
yes,
pretty cool for me.
she was definitely a big part of me growing up. Hearing her music was everywhere. She was just a fixture. I really hope to never lose, and obviously that's not true for anybody. Everybody goes eventually. But yeah, it hurt to lose every one of these for various reasons. But yeah, a lot of them. Independent Terry wasn't around in my childhood, so she didn't shape my
Oh yeah,
childhood. But
fair.
she did leave quite a mark.
Yeah, you said you'd seen Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, I saw Alpha and Omega. I enjoyed her in that, and of course,
Uh,
everybody knew her from Heroes.
Need to get
So
you to play Until Dawn sometime.
yeah,
That one's really good performance. She is pretty much the main character in
yeah,
that game.
she from what I could see, she was absolutely wonderful as a person. Oh yeah, I also saw Bug's Life. Yeah, that was
There you
another
go.
one.
I
I
think she
enjoyed.
was a really little girl at the time that would have come out then.
Yeah.
She played the little tiny baby ant character.
All right. Yeah,
But anyhow,
I think that's good.
so yeah,
We could make this a 5-hour video, maybe.
but thanks for ever so much for watching. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you all next week when we talk about movies we saw in the month of August. We're gonna be breaking that into two parts just to see if we can't make the video runtime a little shorter and basically give us a break here
Yeah.
on making videos. We sadly missed out last week. Shireen was out camping, so we didn't make a video. But yeah, End of Oak Street. Go see it if you're
Oh
watching this and haven't
yeah.
seen End of Oak Street. Go see it. That was
Yeah, we'll talk about it
that's
in the
what the
next
video
one.
would have been last week. Review of End of Oak Street. We're gonna talk about that in the next video. But anyway, until next time, bye bye everybody.
Bye.